In 1990, a gifted kid named Christopher blows his teachers away by breezing through a math test. That should be impossible, tackling it in just hours outside. His sister Michelle pushes him to start college ahead of schedule. But Christopher doesn't feel ready. Right before they can head out, a cop pulls him aside because of his shirt, telling him a huge conflict is brewing. The shirt has Kid Cosmos on it, a well-known cartoon robot that got pulled off air because anti-robot feelings were getting stronger. Disney originally created these machines back in the 50s, and over time, they took over as the main labor force globally. But being treated like servants didn't sit well, so a robot called Mr. Peanut started a worldwide uprising, demanding fair treatment. At first, people got hit hard because machines never got tired. Things turned when Ethan Skate, the boss of Center Technologies, came up with the Neurocaster, a gizmo that linked human thinking straight to military drones. With that kind of power, the uprising was stopped in 14 days. Mr. Peanut had to agree to peace terms, keeping robots locked up inside a closed-off desert zone just for them. Fast forward to 1994, and Neurocasters are everywhere in daily life. So people can live in fake worlds, while their real-world drones do all the work. Back at her foster home, Michelle pushed back against the house rules, trying to get the tracker off her ankle. Her foster dad, Ted, catches her at it while he has got his VR headset on. But Michelle doesn't take his warning seriously, pointing out his hidden stash of illegal goods. In class, students have to wear special headsets for learning. But Michelle says no and ends up in the principal's office, reading through her file. The principal thinks she lost family in the conflict, but Michelle sets the record straight that they died in a car accident. The principal suggests therapy for the pain, which brings back a memory of Michelle being there for him when Christopher had a panic attack. She still won't put the headset on and heads back home, where nightmares about the crash and a strange doctor at the hospital keep her up. A loud noise outside wakes her. She looks around with a flashlight and spots a weird glow before a noise sends her sprinting back inside. She tries to warn Ted, but he is completely out of it. Lost inside his VR headset, an intruder breaks in, lifting Michelle's bed with ease to reveal the cartoony face of Kid Cosmos. The broken robot can only speak in pre-recorded cartoon quotes, but he pops open his head module, so Michelle can fix his voice circuits. Cosmo picks up a photo of the siblings, pointing frantically between the picture and himself to signal that Christopher is controlling him. Skeptical Michelle snatches the photo back, causing Cosmo to knock into a shelf. The crash finally snaps Ted out of VR furious. He shoves Michelle into the bot, but Cosmo uses Christopher's signature gesture, convincing Michelle that her brother is truly inside. When Ted attacks with a golf club, Cosmo snaps it in half and hurls him against a wall. As a knocked-out Ted tries calling 911, Michelle drops him with a taser. Cosmo cuts off her monitor and they steal Ted's car. When Ted attacks using his military drone, Michelle rams the vehicle into it and escapes. The next morning, the car breaks down with a flat tire, demanding real answers. Michelle learns through Cosmo's gestures that Christopher is being held at Center Technologies. The clues trigger Michelle's memory of Dr. Amherst, the hospital doctor who claimed her brother died. Cosmo points out a location deep inside the dangerous exclusion zone on her map to find a way in. Michelle finds the address of Ted's black market smuggler in New Mexico. After sneaking onto a train and traveling on foot, they reach the location, hiding in an alley. Michelle watches a smuggler named Keith steal black market weapons to a customer's drone. Suddenly, the buyer turns the gun on Keats, but a sudden electrical blast drops the buyer's Neurocaster drone instantly. The shot comes from Herm, Keats's giant robot partner, as the two debate stripping the drone for parts. Michelle and Cosmo slip into the back of their cargo truck. Meanwhile, robot hunter Marshall Bradbury tracks down Ted's abandoned vehicle. The following morning, the truck arrives at Keats's hideout, an abandoned mine sitting right on the edge of the exclusion zone. Keith and Herm unload their stash, completely unaware that Michelle and Cosmo are stashed away in one of those crates. Sure. While the partners quarrel over a lost power cord, Michelle tries slipping by them unnoticed, but Cosmo trips a singing fish wall display that blares out exactly where they are. Keith and Herm box them in right away. Michelle explains she needs a guide to get through the exclusion zone, but Keith refuses to help, saying she has lost her mind. All of a sudden, the mine elevator starts rising, making it clear somebody's paying a visit. When the lift comes back down, Bradbury walks out, announcing the hideout is under federal control. Keith says Michelle is his sister, but Bradbury sees right through it and puts her under arrest on the spot. Herm fires a stun weapon, but Bradbury pulls Keats in front of him and blasts back with heavy guns. When Bradbury corners the machines, Michelle smacks his arm with a fire extinguisher. He crushes it with ease. She claps to kill the sound-activated lights. Using the singing fish as a dark diversion, Keith shoots him from behind, but the bullets just bounce off the sturdy military armor. Bradbury breaks Keith's weapon and grabs him. To keep Keith alive, Michelle and Cosmo give themselves up as Bradbury aims at Cosmo. Herm drops a heavy crane claw on him. They all flee in a minecart, but Keith drops the keys, giving Bradbury the chance to break free and smash the track apart. Herm takes down Bradbury in a rough fight, giving Michelle time to grab a bulldozer and push the hunter into a wall, covering him in a cave collapse. With the structure starting to break down, the mine begins to fall apart around them. Keith is furious as he watches his home crumble, blaming Michelle for wrecking his life. Scavenger robots roam the dark tunnels, hunting for spare parts. Keith smashes one to open his hidden garage, showing an old escape van and a big construction rig for Herm. Michelle talks Keith into helping her look for the doctor, saying he could be the way out of the wasteland. Herm puts on his massive construction suit, lifting the van with everyone inside to carry them over the border into the exclusion zone. Out in the desert, Michelle looks at endless fields of broken robot bodies. Along the path, Keats recalls meeting Herm during the war. Herm let him live when Keats was a scared soldier, creating a bond that made both run from the center's brutal hit squads. Back at HQ, Ethan Skate deals with system errors while going through virtual memories of his late mom. As center systems break down, Ethan learns Christopher's mind has broken past their firewalls. Desperate to save the company, Ethan cuts a deal to arm Bradbury's drone if he brings Cosmo straight to him. Deep in the exclusion zone, the group talks about checking an empty mall for supplies. Suddenly, hostile machines jump them. A flying fridge smashes the van's windshield, flipping the vehicle upside down. The group gets dragged into the mall, finding a huge hidden safe zone full of hundreds of refugee robots. Mr. Peanut steps up to apologize, saying his scouts thought they were scavengers. When Michelle asks about the doctor, Peanut says Dr. Amherst came through, but was kicked out to protect their peace deal. Keats talks Michelle into waiting for sunrise to avoid deadly scavengers at night. That night, heavy grief hits Michelle as she remembers her last Christmas with Christopher. Cosmo gently comforts her, playing an episode of their favorite kid Cosmo show, which pulls a calm crowd of curious robots around them. Sometime later, a messenger robot wakes the group to give them Amherst's postcard, marked with a hidden address. Deep in scavenger territory, hearing their trouble, Peanut brings a quirky pitching machine robot to add extra firepower. By morning, Bradbury starts his hunt from afar. As the group heads out in Peanut's vehicle, after driving all day, they reach a rundown amusement park under the cover of night. Drawn toward a lit ride, wild growling scavenger bots ambush the group, running for their lives. They hit a dead end at a fake door as the metal crowd closes in. Suddenly, carnival lights flash and fireworks burst, scaring off the scavengers as a trapdoor drops the group into an underground lair. I'm going into this underground place. They finally meet Dr. Amherst face to face. Michelle shoves the doctor hard, demanding the truth. Amherst admits that after the car crash. Brain scans showed Christopher had special brain abilities needed to power the Neurocaster network and win the war. He made it look like the boy died and sent him away to Center Technologies' Seattle lab. Amherst brings up footage showing how they hooked up Christopher's sleeping brain straight into the global network. He reveals that when Christopher woke up, 13 people had died. Months later, Ethan Skate still wouldn't give up. He threatened to kill him before leaving Amherst. Built a hidden data bridge. Christopher just wanted to escape reality, leading him to look for help. Angry at his cold excuses, Kate quickly knocks Amherst down with one punch. Explosions come from above as Bradbury breaks into the park's ground entrance. Sliding down into the dark tunnels right on their tail, the lights suddenly went out, and Mr. Peanut takes down Bradbury from behind, slamming his armor upward. Voltage, electrical panel. The blast knocks out Bradbury's Neurocaster and makes him drop his gun. But the hunter recovers quickly, then pushes it off the robot. Mr. Peanut secretly pulls out his sword from his cane to fight back, but Bradbury's heavy machine, pure strength, quickly overpowers him close by as they try to slip away quietly. A team of paratroopers, Neurocasters, drops from the sky, surrounding them and telling them to give up now. The pitching machine fights back, firing high-speed baseballs, smash the soldier drone's face shield. Watching the chaos on the live feed, Ethan Skate gives a deadly order: capture the universe and take out the rest. Cosmo throws a ball to distract them, letting Michelle sneak behind the drone. She sprays its sensors blind, which causes its propulsion system to malfunction and crash on the roof. This is the original text. Please provide the source and target languages. Dr. Amherst shoots it down from the sky and guides everyone to the escape exit. In that underground lair, Bradbury gently disarms Mr. Peanut, claiming the robot leader broke the rules. Peace pact and brought ruin to his people. Ground. Reinforcements arrive at the mall. Bradbury shows up and opens fire on the park's rides. Dr. Amherst tells Michelle and Cosmo to get out fast, walking right into Bradbury's line of fire. Bradbury hesitates, not willing to hurt someone who can't fight back. Seeing his hesitation, Ethan takes control of a soldier drone from afar. Amherst takes the fatal shot himself, knocking the doctor onto sharp metal scraps, leaving Bradbury clearly shaken. Seeing Ethan's brutal act, Michelle and Alex try to run off fast, but drones keep them cornered. One drone pins Michelle down. Another grabs Alex and flies off with him. Bradbury brings down the drone on Michelle, telling her to head home before chasing after Alex. By morning, Michelle and Keith are back at the mall, finding the place in ruins and the robot community wiped out. Alex was sent to the Seattle Center to be linked back to Christopher's body. When Ethan starts the neural link, Bradbury finds out the truth. Alex isn't just a wild robot, but a host for a child's mind. Furious that he was tricked into hunting a kid, Bradbury confronts Ethan, who ignores him, back at the ruined mall. Alex convinces a grieving Michelle to keep going and help him get into the center, trying to break into Dr. Amherst's computer. Michelle reaches the exclusion zone gate, coordinates and codes for the Seattle Center. But there is a catch. Cutting off Christopher's neural link will wipe out the whole worldwide network. Alex holds back because of his peace deal, but Michelle convinces him it won't work. After the shooting at the mall, the remaining robots regroup and join Michelle and Alex in convoy trucks heading for the Seattle facility. Hermes straps into a giant construction frame, and debris smashes through windows, triggering full defense. Ethan sends his military team to handle the trouble. Alex and Hermes draw the guards away, clearing the path for Michelle. The Amherst AI shows a clear way in and out. Alex shoots down drones while Hermes takes out heavy armor. The attack nearly finishes them. A suicide drone blows off Hermes' outer armor, but Hermes ejects into a backup suit to rescue Alex, drawing the remaining troops into a long fight. Ambush set by the leftover robot forces. Watching his guards fall apart on live TV, Ethan goes to his office and puts on a neural helmet, takes full control from afar of a huge combat drone. He tears through the uprising bots. At the main lab, Amherst's system makes a scary sight to drive out the research crew. Michelle finds Christopher's capsule, knowing she has to wear a neurocaster helmet to link with him mentally. Out on the field, Bradbury walks up and points Mr. Peanut right at Ethan, saying Ethan is less human than any bot. Then he takes off his headset, leaving the fight for good. Inside the mind link, Michelle sees Christopher in a copy of their old home. He says his body can't live without support, but begs her to disconnect him, to stop center and get him free outside. Ethan's heavy drone fires on Herm's armor, leaving him badly hurt as Keith rushes close. But before Ethan can end Keith, Mr. Peanut comes up to face him, pushing past her doubts. Michelle says goodbye to Christopher and unplugs his life support for real. Right away, every neurocaster, drone, and VR system on the planet shuts down for good. The bot army celebrates. And as Keith cries over Herm, the robot head opens and shows a small, safe core inside. With all tech dead, Ethan gets arrested as news reports tell about Center's tests on a kid. Back in the wasteland, Michelle makes a video backed by Keith and the bots telling people to take off their VR sets and tie back to life. In a scrapyard, Cosmo's head starts moving again, suggesting Christopher is still inside. Remember to hit subscribe and turn on alerts so you can catch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.